Hi Aquarius, this is Evelyn and I decided to do things a little bit differently today, and I'm going to do a past, present, and future reading for all of you, and for each section, for past, present, and future, we're going to ask, why don't I feel good? And what can I do to feel good? And see what comes up. I also brought out my little magnet thing here, so in the beginning we'll ask you, I'll have you ask a question. So you can ask whatever question you want and we'll see where the ball lands, just for fun. Okay, I am going to I'll use my Rider-Waite Mini to clarify after we bring out all these cards. So there'll be 2, 2, and 2 for past, present, and future. And let me just shuffle these a couple times. Remember, this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It is a general reading. If you'd like something more specific, you can check out my website for reads. I also do Reiki healing, things like that. You can check out my website, twinflames3344.com. And I have a CD out there also called Ashes, Twin Towers to Twin Flames. But otherwise, remember, if you like the video, to like, share, and subscribe. Okay? Helps me a lot if you do that. So let's see how it goes today. All right. So for why don't I feel good? We have the energy deck first, and then the past life deck, which will give us a lot of insight as to why you don't feel good. So it might bring some past life stuff up if you don't know what it is. It's because it's from your past life. And then how can I feel good? We have the animal deck, and then crystal angels here, which will also give you an idea of what stone perhaps to use right now. And then we'll clarify with the Rider-Waite Mini, both upright and reversals. Now this deck will have both upright and reversals, but the other 3 will all be upright with messages. And let's get going, Aquarius. Kind of curious to see how this goes. Remember, this is for past, present, and future, so I'm going to start with the energy deck. And this is for February 2023, as today is February 1st. This is for the sign of Aquarius. Okay, so for Aquarius in the past, why don't I feel good? All right, so 2 cards came out for you. Okay, you have a broken heart, and perhaps you're taking a break. Okay, this also can be someone taking a rest and rejuvenation, perhaps in a separation or just on vacation by yourself, healing your heart. That could be physical or emotional or spiritual. We have the 9 of the Hermit, the 19 of the Sun, so Leo and Virgo could be coming up here as well for you. All right, and that's in the past. So in the present moment, why don't I feel good? In this present moment, why don't I feel good? And we have the man holding a coin. All right, so this perhaps is someone who is in a very stable position, and you may not be happy about that. This is the 3 of Cups as well, which is coming together with others, perhaps providing to others, but not you. And the Door to Spirit's coming up with this as well. 32 is the journey. He's feeling clear or purifying his space, doing really well. So that might not be good for you in your perspective. And in the future, why don't you feel good? Aquarius, in the future, why don't you feel good? Why don't you feel good in the future? What will it be that causes you not to feel good in the future? The thinking woman. Perhaps you have to go back to work. Or somebody else is free. This could be a child who's independent, and maybe you miss them. 47 is the 7 of Cups, which is having lots of options, seeing synchronicities. Perhaps somebody else you're seeing them inspired, and perhaps seeing synchronicities that you don't get, or whatever this person is doing. Again, this could be you going back to work, or perhaps somebody else who may be inspired when you're not. So maybe there's a little bit of jealousy or envy there. So the bottom of the deck here is the Sun. And this had to do with all the reasons why you don't feel good. Maybe you need more sun, you need a vacation. Or are you doing this all the time? And maybe you need more balance in your life. Let me move these over just a little bit like that. All And so before we go further, and that could be Leo again, I'm going to pull this. So all of you out there, ask any question you want, and we'll see where the magnetic ball takes you. All right, you have your question? All right, this is for Aquarius and their question. What is their answer? It feels very indecisive. It says definitely not. So there's your answer for whatever question you had. All right. So now we have the past life deck. So what is it that's making you not feel good? So first in the past, what is making you not feel good in the past, or what was not making you feel not good? Why don't I feel good? All right, so in the past, it was Egypt. So you have a wound from Egypt, the pyramids. That can have to do with the masculine as well. I'm seeing a window in the back. You see how the clouds are shaped in a window? There could be a portal. That could have to do with abduction as well. So let's see what else comes up with Egypt, but I'll feel into that more as we go. So let me put this next to this here. All right. So why don't you feel good? Why don't you feel good in the present moment? What is it that makes you not feel good? What is it that makes you feel not feel good? I can't say that question for anything. All right, and that pulled right up, the ship. So there's this bright, brand new ship, right? And it looks like it's coming towards you. And so why isn't this making you happy? You know, that could be like getting a boat, but you don't even like boats. So why would that make me happy? Maybe it's making him happy here. Maybe he just bought a new boat, or maybe he got the boat, and that's why you're not happy. Let's see how that, this can be his ship coming in, is not making you feel good. It's like he's all sparkly and clean and cleared out. And he's got a brand new ship or something brand new coming into his life. And he's really stable. And you don't like that. Or it's not making you feel good anyway. Or maybe that's your life too. I mean, if this is you, you have everything. And yet you're still not happy. Because you're not doing what you truly love. So in the future, what is it that's not making you feel good? Why don't you feel good in the future here? And there's a Celtic history here. And this was coming up earlier in a message I was doing as well. And you can see that this symbol in here looks very Neanderthal. And I'm also beginning the messages that that's where the Neanderthal was seeded to become the human race, was in the Celtic area. So there is that energy coming up now, because that references the caveman, right? And this is the church, right? So this is that era of where men were allowed to just drag the woman by their hair back into the cave and do whatever they wanted. So in the future, there's this energy of having to go back into the workforce with men like that. This also could be someone who's got a Celtic or Irish background. This is a thinking woman. And again, who's got lots of options. And this could be you, a partner who's leaving you, right? Maybe they want to go back to work. Maybe they're just going back to work, so they're not really leaving you. Or maybe they are leaving you because they want to be independent. But there's this energy around the Neanderthal and the church and the Celtic society that is involved with this, that's not making you feel good. There could be something about Irish and drinking. But there's intellectualizing here, right? The woman who works, maybe that's a problem for you. Maybe you think women should be home. We also have knighthood reverse coming in here. So here would be the knight, right? The one who acts like the knight isn't making you feel good, whether that's you or somebody else. But here it's reversed. You want that knight in shining armor to come sweep you off your feet. Maybe you don't want to go back to work. Very interesting there. There's kind of a duality there because we have the knight and then the church, right? The church is upright here. The Irish church or the Celtic church. The Neanderthal man, who the church here supports. The Celtic cross could be coming up here too. And then here's this energy of only the vertical and not the horizontal. This could also perhaps religious values without the knight in shining armor to come sweep you off your feet and wanting that. The bottom of the deck here for you guys is communal living. Like, we don't live in caves anymore. Like, I don't want a man. You either don't want a Neanderthal type man, or maybe some of you do. But again, this is the energy of communal living, where we used to live in the walls here and in caves, right? And probably everybody knew each other's business right here. Maybe you're part of a group that's making you unhappy. Maybe one partner or the other partner in your relationship is very social or always wants to be with the crowd and not with you, or vice versa. That can be coming up either way. And again, this is all the energies of past, present, and future as to why you don't feel good. So the underlying energy has to do with communal living and being out in the sun, being exposed. Everybody knows your business. Or never home. You're always around the neighborhood or on vacation but never home. Or perhaps too much sun. You notice in this card, the sun's beating on the wall. The sun's always coming in. There's no privacy. And again, underneath that was persecution and inquisition reversed. So maybe you feel that there needs to be more persecution and inquisition here, because whoever's doing something wrong isn't you're not getting justice for that. So again, there's some kind of broken heart here, or perhaps too much rest and rejuvenation in the sun, hanging out with the group. And again, the past life energies of Egypt not making you feel good. So you might want to feel into that. And again, there's that window that needs to be opened. I'm getting McDonald's here too. I don't know if you know someone McDonald, but the M of McDonald's is coming up here. But there's another M. It feels like there's an M here, and then another M, a littler one, crossing it. And that could bring up Mary Magdalene. But I was getting McDonald's first. Yeah, there's some weird energy there, and I feel like there's a claw coming in, like some kind of mechanical claw. It's plugged in. I don't know, it even's like a hair iron type of thing. So I don't know if that means something to you. Let me know in the comments. So again, in the past, there's a broken heart. There could be separation. Again, one person likes to be alone. The other one likes to be part of the crowd, or just there's no privacy. Everybody knows your business. And then here at present, either you're not happy about your own ideal circumstances or another person's ideal circumstances, which may not be with you anymore, or someone you want to be with who seems very happy with everything they have. But it can be both ways. And then in the future, you don't feel good because you have to go back to work. You don't feel good because of some kind of religious issues regarding a Celtic past life, and wanting that knight to come sweep you off your feet. And you may even want a Neanderthal. Like, I'm not getting a negative energy around that. You might want an old-fashioned man Maybe you want a religious person, but you have to go back to work if you're no longer in this relationship. But your ideal would be to be in a traditional relationship where the wife is home and taking care of the kids, that you don't have to work. Or perhaps you have to go back to work in something that doesn't suit you. And again, just wanting someone to sweep you off your feet. Or again, this could be a child who's leaving the nest, and then you'll be lonely without them. Or maybe they're coming together with this knight who you don't like at all. He's not good. Like, you think he's terrible for her, if that's a child who's getting married to them or leaving. All right, so let's see what makes you feel good. What can I do to make me feel good? So first we have the animal deck. In the past, what could you have done to make you feel good? Regarding this broken heart or separation or disappointment, about too much rest or too much vacation or too much going within. But again, that has to do with the sun. Maybe your son isn't making you feel good, right? Maybe you have a daughter who's really independent and a son who's not. And then we have the sun and the sun again. So the sun may be disappointing you. Maybe you didn't have a son and you wanted one. There's something about Egypt here and communal living. And the sun. All right, so there's 3 cards here. I'm going to show them to you, but I want to shuffle again because I want to get just one card here. We have the Queen of Summer showing compassion. So what would have made you feel good in the past? Perhaps with being more compassionate, loving, giving, and psychic. Perhaps exploring your psychic abilities. And it is the Swan here. It's a time of deep emotions and heightened intuition that you can trust completely. Be mindful that you don't ignore your own needs while caring for others. So perhaps instead of being balanced, you were doing everything for everyone else and not doing it for yourself, which caused an imbalance and an issue. And you were meant to go within and connect more with your body, your intuition, right? To be the real beauty that you truly are, the Queen of Summer. And then the cow, again, there's the nosy neighbor. The planning, resources, and efforts you're invested in will dream. The efforts you've invested in your dream will reap great rewards. In the meantime, have patience and meditate on your next steps. So perhaps you need more patience with people who were nosy, or maybe this was you always trying to figure out what was going to happen next instead of going within and learning your psychic abilities. And then here is the King of Autumn with the Gypsy Vanner horse, or Vaner horse. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Everything's going to turn out great. Projects will be stunningly successful. Exciting new career opportunities are possible, and money or resources that come your way will be invested wisely. So again, this could be, I'm blanking out on the word. So again, positivity, okay? So manifesting positive thoughts. Compassion, accomplished, charismatic, and grounded, and like saying those things to yourself. This is who I am, and manifest those things. And again, this could have been someone being nosy or butting their nose into your business, or you doing that to others. So occupied with what others were doing because you weren't getting what you wanted instead of going within to see the beauty that you are already. So let me just shuffle again, see if what else comes up for the past there. All right, so the wheel comes up. The reindeer or the caribou, and the 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Expect a sudden positive change in your life. You can now move forward and make great progress. So again, it all had to do with intent, like positive intentions, like seeing that pear tree, all the fruit of your labor, the reaping of the rewards, seeing the wheel turning forward, seeing positive thoughts here. All right, so that's would have made you feel better. It's just seeing things in a different way. And we also have the hummingbird coming up here, that you have an exciting reason to celebrate, such as an engagement, wedding, graduation, or birth announcement. Remember to cherish those you love. So maybe you felt that was a burden because it was always happening. Maybe you had to do these things for everybody in the neighborhood. instead of seeing it as an exciting reason to celebrate. Remember to cherish those you love. So instead of being present in the moment, this can be, gossiping, hanging around the neighborhood, talking about other people, or hanging out with friends, perhaps drinking, or, doing other things too much that don't make you feel good. So we'll put them down too. All right, so in the present, what can I do now to make me feel good? What can I do now to make me feel good? What can I do now to make me feel good? Oop, there we go. The tortoise. Slow down. Your responsibilities may distract you from noticing all the gifts that God is presenting to you. Be open to investigating opportunities that come your way. Well, that is a very specific answer. And then here in the future, what can I do to feel good in the future? What can I do to feel good in the future? What can I do to feel good in the future? Whoop. Okay. We have the lovers. Okay, the flamingo. True and long-lasting love finds its way into your life. Follow your heart with caring actions and choices. And the panda bear. Implementation of your brilliant new idea may get off to a rocky start, but keep going. The challenges will help you refine your plan and reshape your goals into something even better. Okay, so it looks like you do have some kind of opportunity here. And we'll get into more of that, but there's a lover or someone of great affection here, whether this is you going out into the work world, partnering up with someone, whether that be someone in a sexual relationship or one of your children. But it is a very affectionate relationship that you'll come together with and do some kind of work. And it may not be successful initially. And there may be some Neanderthal thoughts in the beginning that need to be corrected, right? That you don't need to be the knight in shining armor. Or maybe someone does need to step it up a bit. There will be challenges, but those challenges will help you to refine, right? So the Neanderthal needs refinement. And your plan, it'll refine your plan and reshape your goals into something even better. So don't worry about it. Like, go with the flow. You don't have to have all the answers when you start something out. Just, have faith in yourself and this loving energy that you're sharing, and that will take you where you need to go, and you'll just refine it as you go. So don't worry. And the bottom of the deck is the Two of Winter and the two Dachshunds. Or are they? And they're two totally different Dachshunds there. So procrastination and worrying what others will think is blocking you from making a decision. If you're torn between your own desires and someone else's, follow your inner guidance. So again, you always listen to yourself. No one will know what your mission is except for you. You need to follow your guidance first and last. You can get others' opinions and guidance, but yours must be the last word. It has to feel right in your gut. It has to feel right. You need to practice connecting with your body and your intuition so you understand what your answer is. What makes you take a big sigh of relief? That's a yes. Okay. So Two of Winter there. Okay. We're getting some very specific information here. There. All right, so this is my crystal gems, I think it is, or crystal angels. I just looked up, it's 4:15 on the clock, which is tax day, so you may be obsessing about that. Don't worry. Or maybe you're going to do some accounting work. Or a child is. If we need to question who somebody is, I will pull my half deck of Rider-Waite as well, so we can pull out who exactly it is. So again, this is in the past. What could you have done to make you feel good in the past? What could you have done differently? Okay, so we have watermelon tourmaline, and it says stress reduction. De-stress your mind, body, and schedule as you need to rest, recharge, and revive. So apparently you were doing too much, or even if you weren't doing too much, you were stressed because you didn't feel like, or you were caring too much what other people thought. So when you're not doing a lot and you're worried about how other people may be thinking you're not accomplished or you're not successful or you're not doing enough for the community or your family, even doing nothing in that situation can stress you out. And it's all about worrying too much about what other people think. And that's at the job as well. De-stress your mind, body, and schedule as you need to rest, recharge, and revive. And again, there was this energy of reaping rewards and lots of socializing here. So maybe you were socializing too much instead of getting enough rest. Okay, in the present moment, what can you do now that will make you feel good? What will make you feel good besides slowing down? And you have Emerald. Ceremonies and celebrations. It's a time of important life passages such as weddings, birthdays, graduations, and anniversaries. All right, so this is going to make you feel good right now. It may have been something in the past that you took for granted, and now you won't. Because you'll be present in it. You won't be worrying about other things. And in the future, maybe again, if you have an emerald stone, that may be helpful for you right now. Okay. And then, and if you don't, even like get a picture of an emerald may be helpful and stick it in your pocket. In the future here, what will make you feel good? For Aquarius in February 2023, what will make you feel good in the future? The tortoise, again, slowing down. From two different decks, you got the tortoise there. The spiritual path, your true beliefs are becoming clearer to you, which prompts you to make necessary life changes. So again, you are changing here. You're realizing who you are and who you're trying to be. And now you're being called to slow down because that's what's going to make you happy. We have appetite here too. Oh, it doesn't say tortoise, it said turquoise. But that meant to come out. That message was definitely meant to come out. So you have turquoise and appetite here. Progress, not perfection. So again, go slowly. Don't compare yourself to others or judge yourself. Instead, focus upon how far you've come and all that you've learned. So it's not about getting to the end. It's about the journey and enjoying that process. So stop trying to get somewhere or become accomplished or become successful. Just enjoy what you do. It's allowing you to learn what truly is your path to happiness. The underlying energy here is peridot, which is life lessons. So the underlying energy is that you can break free from reoccurring negative patterns by praying to know the lesson and blessing they contain. So again, learning to get in touch with your body, to go within, to meditate. When you go to sleep at night, set your intentions. What do you want to know or find out? It may not come back to you right away in that meditation, but if you set that intention, it will come back when the moment is right for you, or you'll get a synchronicity, but you have to pay attention. If you are present in the moment every day, you will notice these things. But if you're too distracted by your worries, you won't notice those little signs and synchronicities going on around you. And they're in everything. They're in the birds, in the trees, they're in the movies that you watch. Even when you go to the bathroom, you may get messages from the shape of your poop. So there's everywhere you can get messages from, but only if you're paying attention. And you're definitely being called to slow down. All right, so I just want a few more details about these things. So in the past, separation, heartbreak, or disappointment, being in the sun. That could be socializing, vacationing, being with the group. There's Egyptian past life energies there. Maybe you live in Egypt. Maybe you spent too much time in Egypt. Maybe you're obsessing about going to Egypt or talking about it but never got there. So there's definitely energies of communal living regarding that past life energy. And in the past, you didn't feel good when you were alone. And there may have been some loneliness in Egypt. What made you feel good in the past was reaping rewards with friends and letting go of stress. And that may involve partying as well. But now you're being called to slow down and enjoy the celebrations that perhaps you took for granted in the past. Let's see. All right, for Aquarius for February 2023, why in the past are we getting these cards? So who is the man who was resting in the past, but that didn't make them happy, or didn't make you happy if you're a woman? And why is Egypt in the past not making you happy? Along with the broken heart or the separation, the disappointment, or maybe heart pain or chest pain. We have a lot of Leo right there. So somebody being dependent. This is someone who's powerless, or loss of money, power, and independence. This also can be a dependent child, someone who spends too much or is out of control spending, and needing to stand up for themselves. So it could be someone relying on others and not standing their ground instead. Or this can actually is upright, and that's what wasn't making you feel good. Was actually being defensive, standing your ground about spending, or maybe feeling it like you had to defend yourself for every little penny you spent. But this is a lot of money going out. That could be a large purchase, or again, spending issues, someone who can't control their spending. And it can be a housewife spending too, and then the husband always telling them, not to spend so much, and you felt you had to defend everything you did. Or defending, maybe this is also someone standing up for your child's spending, or the need to spend on a child to pay for their college education. So what would have made you feel good in the past, or what did make you feel good in the past? Why do we have socializing, stress reduction, reaping rewards of your efforts? So you like to socialize, obviously, and just have a good time, right? You like to be active, physically active. You didn't feel good unless you were moving your body out of stuckness, right? Feeling blocked, stuck, not moving at all. So getting up and going after feeling broken, and this can be a breakup, a breakdown, a break in, out, or through. This can be emergency services, an ambulance. This can be someone at war, out of control, trying to defend themselves, right? It's my way or the highway. And then taking off to go party or be physical, to let off steam and have fun with your friends. Or maybe being in a broken relationship and always wanting to leave the house. This was what was making you feel good. There can be an accident there too. There may have been a car accident. And when you got in the car accident, it forced you to work on your physical body more, which maybe you were ignoring before. And maybe that made you more social, and then realized you were having such a good time with these other people or in these different situations that you normally weren't in. And there's also cancer reversed here. So perhaps someone was dealing with cancer, whether it's you or somebody else in your life, and a clean bill of health would make someone feel very good. And again, we have the sun coming up. There's a lot of Leo here. So if you're dealing with a Leo, or a lot of sun, or egos here, someone who likes to get a lot of attention. So now, in the present moment. So who is this man who was a reason why you weren't feeling good? We have the Page of Wands reversed. So again, that can be a child. This can be someone who acts like a child who's off the wall. And this is someone ADHD who's bouncing off the walls all the time, right? Energy they don't know what to do with. They just have a lot of energy. This could be someone who's frustrated. This is like a child energy. It's just frustrating. They're not mature enough to know how to deal with their excess energy. And this is someone who's uncomfortable with dealing with their emotions as well. Someone uncomfortable with their physical passions and their emotions about love and things like that. very uncomfortable with that. Someone's frustrated and not able to walk away. This could be someone who has temper tantrums and gets really mad instead of walking away. And releasing themselves. It's not someone who was walking away. It's someone who's having temper tantrums in order to release their energies. Right? But at the same time, wanting to act like they're all squeaky clean. And then you, in the present moment, what made you feel good, and this could be you or the other person here. It wasn't making you feel good. But it's coming up as a very successful man who's very cleared spiritually, liking a lot of fresh air in the house, or likes everything to be perfect all the time, right? They have to have this perfect image. Their boat has to be clean at all times. The house has to be clean at all times. There has to be fresh air coming in at all times. And you can't possibly live in that atmosphere of being told what to do all the time. So is that you or the other person? That could be as well. And again, this is someone who's acting like a child, exploding and not walking away in order to get release, not knowing how to control their temper. And is that your son? Is it your child? Or is it a partner? And what makes you feel good right now is slowing down and enjoying celebrations. The Knight of Swords is reversed though here. This could be that you need to hold your tongue. Right? Because this could be holding your tongue or lashing out, because this could be verbal abuse. This also can be being shut down verbally by someone who's sharing with others, you know, perhaps working with someone who's always getting all the glory of being the one who's generous and loving, and then being told to be quiet. But this also could be holding your tongue when you have something to say. But this is making you feel good, right? Is to slow down. Stop feeling this energy, right? Just slow down. Everything's okay. And this could be you now, making you feel good, is being this one here. And if somebody comes at you, you just relax. And if they're being really negative, then don't feed into that energy. And if you are relaxed, then they're not going to lash out at you, because you're attracting a different kind of energy. You could also be having this energy of, you know, this isn't the right time. You need to hold your tongue right now, but we'll work it out later. I'll let go later. I'll give you a little bit of money later. We'll fix up the house. We'll make amends with each other. Willing to let go of a little bit later. Okay, so they're dealing with 6 coins over here, and they're willing to put out 4, perhaps to make amends or fix up the place. But this person has to be patient here, and that could be you, because it is air energy. So in the future, what is this relationship and the work that you're going towards? Going within, the High Priestess. And there could be a lot of energies around this, because this can be someone going within and meditating. It could be someone who's religious and is going into religious services. This can be an aide or a nurse. This can be the secret keeper for someone's partner or assistant. She's also got Viking energies there. And then Viking and Celtic energies could be crossing over right there. It is coming up in this section here. And again, religious. There's religious energies up here. Maybe changing the way you live your spiritual life. Maybe what your family raised you in isn't serving you, what you really wanted. This could be overworking or overdoing it, or things aren't working out. Or being an advisor to, this could be consulting. consulting work, right? For people who have too much going on at their job, they source outside of their business to get someone to consult and help them out or reorganize them. Maybe you're going to do something like that. But this can be overwork or things just not working out. So is this you over here getting consulting to come in, or is this you doing the consulting, or are you joining forces with one who's really busy, where you can be the person who's very calm and advises them when they get too busy? Or perhaps even religious services, or someone's hiring a nurse. Are you the nurse, or are you the person hiring the nurse? So you could be joining forces with someone that will be a perfect complement for the both of you. And we have the Queen of Wands reversed as well. So this is someone, this is coming up as a feminine or very attractive person here, but they're exhausted from all of this overwork and getting help over here. And again, this could be, this person could be keeping to themselves because they can't do anything else but their work. It's just too much. In order to keep peace of mind, they have to like block everything else out. And this even can be just bringing more love, giving yourself love, partnering up with yourself, your higher self, in order to love yourself first and learn how to do that. The underlying energy here now is the Six of Swords. So you're really being called to slow down, take it easy, go within, meditate, find peace, travel. Maybe, share your kids with other people to make it easier for you. Stepping up to the plate or getting your kids to help out so it's not so much on you. And we'll pull one final card from it's a combination of Lenormand and the KIPPER deck. They're both together. And so, where do I go from here? What am I doing in my life? Okay, Aquarius. And by the way, Aquarius, happy birthday. Aquarius. Oh, that came right up. Change. And there's the Nine of the Hermit, which is also compassion, endings, all for one and one for all, the one and the all, but it's all about change. There could be a new home, a new car, or just a new way of living and going within. It's very much about slowing down and going within, being maybe hermiting a bit or traveling. Okay, and for me, the Wheel of Fortune is also Libra energies. So you may have that energy around you, or somebody else is leaving. Somebody's bags may be packed here, or perhaps by September. The bottom of the deck here is expectations. So there's number 28, which is the Two of Wands, of a choice of path. And she's looking out the window, expecting something to happen. But maybe you need to stop expecting, trying to figure out what's going to happen, and go within more. And after these two cards, we also have the little girl who may be turning 18, or maybe a moon child or Cancer child here that you still need to take care of. Okay, that could be having a relationship between the mother and daughter, being very present, maybe having gifts, the truth, or just enjoying guiding her with the truth. And then we have the King of Wands, who may need to step up and clean up their own messes or help with the kids. This can be a son, right, who's very messy. Maybe the feminine energy is more independent or inspired, and the masculine energy, like came up in your read, may be more disappointing or difficult for you to deal with because they may be not cleaning up their own messes, or this could be a partner as well as the king, with the King of Wands. And then we have the shadow lovers or Gemini energy here. But it talked about you having a great love relationship in the future, so this could even be with your son or your daughter. But we do have the King of Wands here and the Queen of Wands reversed. So there's definitely a couple fire energies there. Okay. So I hope that was helpful for you. I am going to let me pull a Romance Angels for you too. It is your birthday, and it is Valentine's Day coming up. For Aquarius, February 2023. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. You deserve love, and there's Sagittarius energy there. Sagittarius energy there. You are lovable. Okay, so again, it's saying to aim that love back at you, especially if you have Sag in your chart, but there may be a Sagittarius around you who would like to spend more time with you here. The bottom of the deck is, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all, even if there's something broken in the past. There is new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings, and it's safe for you to love. So there you go. That's a good message. Maybe Valentine's Day is going to be very special for you. All right, Aquarius, make sure that you get plenty of rest and drink your water, your joy in your nature. Be good to yourself, follow your intuition, and rise and be love. I'll see you soon. Have an amazing birthday month. Bye, Aquarius.